So, just let me know. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Myself, Abhishek Sharma. So, I'm professionally a bridge engineer, having a good amount of experience in designing of all kind of bridges, not only in India but also in Middle East and European nations, as well as Asia Pacific nations as well. So we started this lectures with the bridge superstructures. Recently concluded our first lecture series was on bridge superstructures. So I'll post that link for the bridge superstructure at the end of this conversation. So you can also take up those courses as well before moving to the foundation course. Now we are coming up with the foundation course, in which I think the syllabus is already there on the app as well as on the website. So we are just taking up this session that what sort of things we will be discussing during the complete curriculum of this lecture series of bridge foundations and substructure as well. So as you can see on my screen, we will be covering substructure and foundation design in this one. Firstly, if you are from civil background, you probably know what actually a bridge is. But then again, there are various terms and definitions which are associated with the bridge structure. It is not only the RCC structure that we see. It is also the study behind it, how to put that bridge over there. So we have covered few things. The basic of bridges is already covered in the superstructure part. So you can go through that sessions as well. In this one, we will not talk much about the basics of the bridge engineering, because we have covered in detail about each and every definition of the bridge component and its associated terms. Everything we have already discussed in detail. So in this one, it will be a little bit, starting right from the end where we have left in the superstructure. So after the superstructure, we will be doing the just a rough touch to the introduction to bridges and the first chapter. So we have divided this into total of 12 weeks, basically 12 lectures, and then we have created two projects as well, so that you can also learn while we are telling you all the theory part and doing all those conversations. So it is good that you also solve those problems right away, so that you will be able to solve those things. So we will be recording those sessions that will be available to you over the app. Whenever you want to learn, you can learn that on a self-paced motion. All the lectures will be in English. Anyways, if someone is having some issues with the English, then you can reach out to Sandeep maybe, or me as well. I will try to maybe talk slowly, or maybe go through that one by one with you in other languages if you want to have them. But as there are some international students as well, so the mode of education will be English. So in the first week, as you can see in here, we will be covering the introduction to the bridges, like how to choose the location of bridge, what type of bridges are there, what kind of materials we can use in the bridge, different type of bridges in practice, how what bridges are allowed now. Right from the history, we'll talk about various parameters that have evolved over the period of time. Then introduction to the etymology of bridge components affecting the foundation type. So in this one, we will be only talking about the foundation type and the substructure as well. Now, the second chapter, in that you can also see at the top there are in the substructure we will also talk about the abutment design, the pier, bearing articulations, that how at which place which bearings we need to put on, right? Bearing is always a matter of concern for various parameters. So we will describe that where you can use which kind of bearings whenever you are designing a bridge. Then pier cap or abutment cap, all these things come under the substructure. So we'll cover all those things, what are the loads that are acting upon them, and how we can basically solve those things slowly and steadily. Then we will talk about type of foundations and their selection. Basically, if you have a little bit idea of a civil engineering, you already know that there are generally shallow foundation and a deeper foundation. But what parameters are there that you have to check on the site? How to check? How to propose those foundations and how to fix those dimensions. So we will cover those portions. Also, what are the tests that are required at the site, geotechnical recommendations, hydrological recommendations, and also the topographical recommendation as well, that if those things are possible and the particular topography or not. So that we will also discuss, and the site parameters. Then, having said that about introduction to the material strength, survey data, geotechnical parameters, hydrological parameters, also few of the seismic parameters as well. Like we have the liquefaction. Let's say we have during the seismics, we generally this liquefaction generally gets developed, and then we have to figure out that all those parameters one by one in the uh, in those loads as well. That if that is a seismic condition, how we can solve those things. Then we'll go to the design part, design of a shallow foundation, which we also call them open foundation in abutment of a slab bridge. You can see in the picture as well that we will be designing various stability checks that are involved. One by one, we will solve them. And you may have, in your curriculum or maybe in your system, you have learned about design of retaining wall. So we'll check various things about those checks as well. What are the stability checks that are required in case of abutment foundation design? We'll cover all those things. Then design of a shallow or open foundation for a bridge pier, be it an open pier or a wall type pier. We'll see how the forces we can distribute, and you can see in the picture alongside as well that how we can calculate the foundations and the pier. Now, not only those things, we will also read about that. What are the conditions that are required to have a safe foundation? It's not just RCC design, but also the safe execution of that as well. Also, the major part that comes after the design is the detailing part. So we will share few drawings as well, drawing excerpts with you, so that we'll also in the lectures we'll see how detailing can be done minutely with the help of AutoCAD or those things. So I'll share few drawings with you, PDF obviously. Then you can read through those PDFs that how the detailing part is being done. This is all about that we will cover in the week 5. So week 6 is basically about the raft foundation, about the box structures. So this is, I would say, covers around 50 to 60% of cross-rated structures. Maybe they can be a culvert, they can be a minor bridge, they also can be a underpass as well. So we will not cover the whole design of that, but we will focus more on the raft foundation that can be there in case of bridges, that how raft foundation is affecting that. If you want to have a holistic view that how the underpass is being designed in Stride Pro, you can always refer to our course of what we call it underpass design. There is a separate course on this where you can learn how to use the Excel and STAT file alongside to create a box structure and then design that. So we have covered everything in that portion. So you can refer to our that course. This is a small course of around I think 4 to 6 hours. So you can look through that course. In this one, we will be doing the raft foundation. Again, we will be doing this in the Stat Pro, and then the RCC design, all these things we will be covering in the normal hand calculation. Then this is all about the open foundation or the shallow foundation that we have in the system of our bridges. After that, we have some project, small project for you guys after learning all these things. So it will be a challenge sort of a thing which is developed for you so that you can also solve and learn right away while we are doing something. So this is additional thing for you. You can solve it. We will check it for you. Will be given a time frame to solve this. It will be carrying some marks as well. So whenever there will be the distribution of the certificates, we will be mentioning those marks as well in those for these projects. So it's not like that you can just copy paste or do something from here. It is for your learning. So I mean, it's on you if you want to get it from somewhere or you want to solve it yourself. So my recommendation is always that try to solve it, even if you are trying, even if you are doing it wrong, that's fine, but at least try. Then afterwards, after the first half of the 6 lectures about the foundations and the shallow foundations, we will be moving to the deeper foundation. So we have our 7th chapter, which says the introduction to deep foundation, its type and its selection. What is a deep foundation? How we select them? How we go with the different tests at the sites. Then afterwards, once we have in the deeper foundation, again we have two categories. So one is pile foundation and the other one is the well foundation. So we'll talk about all the components which are there in the pile foundation and in the well foundation. One by one, we will cover all these excerpts that what actually is a pile foundation, where we generally provide it, how we provide it, and what test or what checks we need to perform during the pile foundation. So all the points regarding the pile foundation and the well foundation, because well foundation has numerous components that needs to be taken care of. A slight difference between these two. We'll also talk about pile foundation and well foundations components. Like what components are generally there in the system. Then interpretation of the data available from the site studies. We have boreholes and we have different tests, initial pile load test, dynamic load test, all the tests whatever are available from the site. We will discuss those things, that what tests are required as per IRC 78, how we do them on the site. You may have done those things in your engineering or diploma as well. Some like if I just say a quick example, the SPT test, right? So most of you already know what is the standard penetration test. It is being done almost in any construction. It will be done before putting up the foundations. So those tests and all other tests that are needed in the deeper foundations. Then we'll talk about the stability checks in design of deep foundation and caps. That what are the things not only in the open foundation but in deeper foundation. We also have some stability checks as per IRC 78 that needs to be taken care of. Like let's say for an example, when we are doing a well foundation, there we have to check the tilt and shift, right? So it should be it should not go beyond some limitations. So we'll talk about those as well. The earth pressures, active and passive, the concept of zero shear point and the well. If the well is tilted or shifted, how to check the well, how to get it safeguard at the site. So all those things, even some mishap has happened, but if there is any failure on the site, what else we can do to protect our bridge. So we'll cover all those checks in the chapter 10. Then chapter 11 and 12, we have in the 11 we have the design of pile foundation and its detailing part, obviously by the limit state method. So we'll talk about, you can see in this picture we have a 6 piles system, fixed rate obviously, and then we have done the detailing of this as well, reinforced detail of the part. So we'll talk about in detail that how we can transfer the loads from the top, all the loads that are there in IRC6, the live loads, the breaking loads, earthquake load if there is any. Then we have that dead load, SIDL, all the load combinations from IRC6. And after doing all those combinations, then we will be moving to the part where we will be designing this by limit state method. So this is again the one thing that we will be covering under the chapter 11. And once we are done with the design, then we will be doing the detailing part. Then the 12th one is almost the same part, but in this one we will more talk about the design of well foundation and then its detailing. So more or less in the well foundation, we generally have to check the stability first. If it is stable, the components which are to be designed in the well foundation, they are not much unless and until they are cracked sections. We can also go with some uncracked sections in well foundation. So we'll talk about what those things are, how those things can be covered, uh, even in case of additional stresses, how we can make them stand the ground, even in case of those events. Then the concept of scouring and liquefaction in the deeper foundation, because those are the parameters that generally affects the foundation pretty much. So we'll talk about that in detail as well. That what is liquefaction, then what is scouring, how the scouring generally affects the foundation, how those things are all those things, how they generally affect the geotechnical recommendations, and then basically the river flow as well. Generally, if we see the well foundation, we generally put the well foundation where we have the rivers. So, what separates the well from pile and how it is being designed, will touch all those parts one by one. So after that, we again have a bigger project for you, which is the project two. So either, I mean, we will be giving one choice in this. Either you can design the well foundation, or you can go with the pile foundation as well. So it's on you. The choice will be yours. Whatever you want to design, you can do that. Or in case you want to attempt both questions, you can do that as well. I mean, there is no harm in attempting those, and then the detailing part as well. More or less, people generally go with the Y foundation because well foundation is something that generally uh, is provided only at specific locations where we have I mean, extreme conditions. So more or less, pile foundation is used in more specific places. They can be used even where there is no water. We can use pile there as well if the soil is poor. So all those things, all those parameters, you can take care of while you're designing those. Then you can attempt those questions as well. So basically, we will be having a total of 12 hours of course content. Then after that, these 1 to 2 hours of solving these problems as well, the problems that you can see, the project one and project two, and then the open discussion as well. I mean, in between, we will be having some open discussions on whatever doubts you have, or in case you are having some additional concepts or additional theories. So we can discuss upon them as well. I mean, in the live classes, it will be open classes for you guys, so you can ask any question in between the class if you want to. And then again, I want to repeat this part that the lectures will be recorded, and it will be available to you even after you are done with the live course for your revision part, or even if you want to do some checks or calculations again. You can always log into app and discuss those things through the system. And then also we will be available for the any sort of problems or the things through the chat box. We already have a Telegram group with us, and we will be having a dedicated group as well. I mean, whoever is taking up this course, that person will be added to that dedicated group, so you can ask those questions during the live sessions, or even after the live sessions as well. You can ask those questions in the those groups. right? So we'll try to attempt, try to tell you those questions, whatever the time frame is. Maybe not swiftly, but yeah, whenever it is available, we'll try to answer those things. So these are the all things that we have planned as of now. So in case you think that there should be something else as well, or if you think there are any other queries, so you can always ask me right away.
Thank you, sir. So I think this is it for. It's totally about the course that we are going to start from 15th December. If you want to join the course, the link is given in the chat box. All the links for different courses regarding bridge engineering, it is there in the chat box. So you can just check your chat box, and if you want to join, you can join from there. This video or this session will be also uploaded in YouTube. So if you're watching this seminar in YouTube, so those links, or you can say if you want to enroll to the courses, the links will be given in the description box, so you can always check it out. As sir said, we have a dedicated Telegram group for such discussions, for technical discussions. So if you have any further doubt, or if you want to discuss anything regarding the course details or any other doubt, you can join the Telegram group. And yeah, once you have joined the course, we will create, or already we have a dedicated group, so for this specific course, so you will be added to that course. And during the session or after the session, if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubts in the WhatsApp group actually. So yeah, now if you have any doubt, you can ask actually there.
You can put in the messages if anyone has any doubt. You can see in the chat box, so Sandeep already has put those links here. So this is RCC Bridge Superstructure course. It is basically the course that covers superstructure design of bridges. All the course content and all the lectures are provided alongside. I think there are around 18 hours of lecture in this one, along with the solved examples, so the live examples, and the detailing part as well. So those things have been discussed very in detail, so you can go through this. There were many students who already were there in the live as well as they have a few people have taken up the course afterwards as well. So you can always go through this course if you want to learn more about superstructure and also the basics of bridge engineering. I mean, in this one, we have also covered the basics of bridge engineering, all the components of a bridge and how to select the bridge and all those things we have covered in this course. Then we have this underpass design as well, a pretty small course. And in this one, we have done the design part of a underpass, or also you can say a culvert, with the STAD and Excel that we have used. So you will be getting all the STAD files along with the course, and also you can create your STAD files as well alongside. All the combinations as per IRC codes will be there. And then we have also done this bridge foundation course as well. Magaj is saying that webinar is not satisfied. You have just told about the course. Should arrange some demo webinar so that we can get an idea. Demo is available. I mean, we will be giving up the demo as well for the class. If you want a demo class, it will be available for the topic that will become. We will be coming up in the next one. So stay tuned with that. For a topic of those, so we will be taking up one topic. You can also, for the demo class, you can go through this course. There is a demo class as well in this one, so you can always go through that and see how a demo class looks like. So if you have any doubts or anything, you can always ask me. I will be the tutor for all those things.
Yeah, actually, we have already mentioned there in the group also that this class will be discussing about the course syllabus. Yeah, we will try to arrange one more session for the demo of this particular course, which will be starting from December 15. So yeah, Mr. Magad, yeah, we can understand your query actually. We will try to do that. So any other questions from anyone else? Okay, I think there is no more questions for today. So yeah, thank you for joining. We will end this session here. Thank you, sir, for this explanation.
Yeah.
And thank you all of you for joining us today. We'll be uploading this video on YouTube. You can always check it out. And yes, we will try to arrange one more session for the demo of this course actually. Yeah. Thank you. I think we can finish it now here, right, sir?
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.